And good morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5-Minute Morning Miner. It's January the 26th. The week is rolling on rapidly. Well, actually, I'm not sure that rapidly, but anyway. Ollie, morning. We've got you this morning, haven't we?
Yep. For probably the next week or so. How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Actually, I thought I'd just comment this morning. Tin price has just gone over $30,000. It's slowly clawing its way up, isn't it? My sort of favorite commodities this year are gold, silver, copper, and tin. So nice to see tin going up. And there's still also, I know that Paul Rankin, he's a big graphite fan. There's a lot of chatter about graphite at the moment going on. So certainly a little bit of action coming into commodities again. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, it's been a good start to the year, although copper's pulled back a bit with Chinese New Year, but once that's out of the way, would expect it to recover again. I think there was an article on tin price in the last couple of days about the Chinese hoovering up surplus stocks, so that might explain that.
Yeah, obviously the Chinese, they're all still basically on their Chinese New Year, and so that's happened straight after the release of COVID, and of course everyone had COVID, so the factories weren't really back at work. I think as we get into February and the Chinese start to rev up again, that's when you'll start to see Chinese action really coming through. And of course, first 2 weeks of February, everybody in the mining industry will be down at Mining in Darwin, enjoying the sunshine in Cape Town, and of course networking, but probably with a glass of wine in hand. Anyway, that's next week. Moving swiftly on, what's the news today, Ollie?
There's a couple of small company announcements, but there's an update from Anglo American highlighting that they're making progress on switching to an LNG fleet to cut their carbon emissions. Shipping of commodities is obviously a big factor in the industry's carbon footprint, and they think by switching to LNG powered ships they can cut their footprint by about 35%. So I think that's the first of 10 ships that is now ready.
Okay.
But it does show that the top end of the industry is actually taking quite significant moves to cut their carbon footprint. It's not just a slide in the presentation that has to be there on ESG.
Yeah, look, I think we're seeing that across the board, aren't we? I mean, I think we mentioned the other day when I was talking with Paul on this podcast, Fortescue are saying that they will generate, they think, more profit out of renewable energy than actually mining going in the future, which really does show how it's going forward. So anyway, sorry, I interrupted you there, Ollie. Carry on.
No. And then smaller company news, there's an update from Shanta Gold and one from Bradderhead Lithium. So both have had, almost opposite starts to the year. Shanta Gold, they were drilling last year on their West Kenya development exploration project, and they've just announced their resource update. So that's 1.72 million ounces. I think a 91% increase with 1.2 million ounces at the higher confidence level at 10.6 grams a ton gold. Most of that's in oxide, so it's pretty attractive deposit there, sizable and high grade, and unsurprisingly the market likes it this morning, and I guess it's been expected a bit, and it's now trading at the top of its recent trading range, and looking poised to break out like a lot of the other stocks in the gold sector, so looking quite good there.
Good.
And then Bradderhead, they have announced some delays on their assays, which I don't think is particularly unusual at the moment, as assay labs are busy. Most people have had money to drill, and so they're blocked up with backlogs. But that has, I think, led to a fall in the share price in the last couple of days. They have also started trading on the TSX. I suspect that's not necessarily a reason for it falling, but given that the stock hasn't really moved despite most of the lithium sector having a good Q4, that looks like a bit of an anomaly. And I'm sure those assays will come out in time anyway.
It's maybe just a reminder, Ollie, that mining is not an easy game and takes a long time, and you have your ups and downs, and that investors sometimes shouldn't get too carried away. Yeah, there's also another one out. So there's another one out, Ollie. Did you see Macango have got their, gosh, it's a long word here, their environmental social health impact assessment approval for the Songwei Hill rare earth project. So I think the market's got quite excited about that this morning. Hopefully we'll catch up with the Macango boys, Will and Alex, down in Cape Town.
Yeah, very good. Good to see they've got that through. I've missed that one.
I mean, what I like about them is they have really persevered on this project. I mean, I think we acted for them probably about 10 years ago, wasn't it, Ollie? Before you even joined, I think we were working with them. They're good guys and they really persevered. I do want them to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, anything else, Ollie, or should we call it a day
there? No, that is it from me, I think.
And that's it from me. So we'll speak again tomorrow. Thanks.
Cheers.